Muy buenas fortuneras y fortunatos. Aquí estamos por emprender la tercera parte de Discworld Noir. Pero antes de seguir con eso, les dejo estas recomendaciones. Denle like a este video, comenten, suscríbanse a mi canal, compártanlo, activen la campanita de notificaciones. Si se sienten millonarios, pueden hacerme llegar alguna ayudita mediante los links de Mercado Pago y Cafecito que hay en la descripción del video. Y si quieren contar con contenido exclusivo, pueden hacerse miembros de mi canal. Ya dadas las especificaciones del caso, vamos al jueguito. Bien. Nos vamos de acá. Porque creo que a dónde tenemos que ir. Tenemos que ir acá y hablar con el tipo este.
Not for much longer, I hope.
A ver. Ah, no, para. Hay que hablar con el tipo.
When do you sail? As soon as we've got our loading. How much is passage? Where are you looking to go? I don't know. Sort, perhaps. We've just come from there. It'll be a long time before we get back there again. Did you bring any passengers? Sure. We always try to take a couple of passengers.
Bien.
They pay their way, and if there's a big storm, they're usually to sacrifice to the angry sea gods. Of course, we tell people they were washed over the side.
Ah, claro, por eso decía lo de la ola la primera vez. Originalmente tendría que haber empezado a hablar con el tipo ahora. Él decía lo de la ola primero acá y después, por eso hacía lo de la referencia a la ola en el video anterior. A ver. Sacrificios.
Do you sacrifice passengers often? No. The captain doesn't like it. He says it's bad for business. I said that we were advertising ourselves as offering an exciting tour of the Circle Sea. But he pointed out that most people would expect the tour to be above the water. If I'd had my way, we'd have thrown some people off the last voyage. Bad omens. The whole crew had a bad feeling of dread from the moment we set off. Looking at the state of the ship, that doesn't come as a surprise.
A ver.
What were the passengers on the last voyage like? There were 3 of them. One of them seemed alright, but the other 2, I don't know about them. There was something strange about them.
Muy bien. Creo que eso era lo que necesitábamos para avanzar. No voy a negar que estuve fijándome eso antes de ponerme a grabar el juego. Es que no tenía manera de avanzar. A ver, vamos al café Ankh. De nuevo acá. Y ahora... así. Acá, vamos a hablar con Nobby.
Hello, Luton. How's it going, Nobby? Mustn't grumble, I suppose.
Bueno, a ver.
How you been keeping, Nobby? How's the rest of the watch?
Not so bad, Luton. Been keeping myself busy. Been working with Sergeant Colon.
How is old fatty Colon?
Still fat. I'll tell him I saw you.
No, you won't.
Okay, so maybe I won't. I was just being trite.
Polite.
Yeah, that's the one.
I guess I never really understood why it was that you didn't get kicked out as well, Nobby.
Me? I ain't never done nothing wrong.
Don't give me that, Nobby. When you were serving as quartermaster under the Duke of Pseudopolis, it was widely known that several items from the stores were found in your kit.
That was all above board. I had all the paperwork for him.
Your kit at the time consisted of 2 warehouses. I just think Vimes had a grudge against me.
Luton, I know you're my friend and all, but you took a bribe.
Are you trying to tell me you never took a bribe?
Never.
The ham from Harga's House of Ribs?
Evidence.
The pocket clock from the suicide in the shades?
I wanted something to remember him by.
The money in the petty cash box?
Mislaid by someone.
Misappropriated by you.
I never misanthropated anything.
I just want to understand why it was that you could get away with all your petty theft, and I couldn't get away with one act of weakness.
Well, you see,
Just say it, Nobby. I'm not gonna hold it against you.
well, I reckon Mr. Vimes thinks that a bit of petty theft ain't something to get excited about. I ain't admitting anything, mark you. Nothing's ever been proved. Got compared to some of the stuff that goes on in this city. But someone who's taken a bribe, well, that's like allowing the rich to avoid justice.
That wasn't why I did it.
I know. But you know Vimes.
Yeah, I know Vimes all right.
Muy bien, a ver, Vimes.
What's Vimes up to these days?
He got married.
Married? He was only ever married to his job.
Nah, straight up. He married into nobility.
Old Stoneface in the nobility. That'd drive him crazy.
Well, he's sort of nobility himself now.
What?
They made him commander of the watch. And we got a great new premises down on Pseudopolis Yard. They're full
Muy
of
bien.
paintings and vases and all sorts.
Full?
Well, maybe not as full as when we moved in, but pretty full.
I'll have to call round sometime.
Yeah, that'd be good. We got a lot more members in the watch these days. And we got a new dartboard.
Life in the fast lane, huh? Do you seriously think it's a good idea for me to call around? I mean, Vimes isn't gonna like it.
Whatever you may think about him, he's loyal to his job. I can't say he'll welcome you with open arms, but he won't stop you.
Bien, bien. Ahora, para, vamos a hablar de los desconocidos, de los, a ver, pasajeros misteriosos.
Do you know anything about some passengers that came into town by ship a few days ago?
That's not much to go on.
You're a corporal in the watch. You're supposed to have a keen, insightful mind.
They brought that regulation in after I joined.
Bien. Entonces creo que... Muy bien, muy bien. Entonces creo que ya no podemos ir de acá, ¿eh? A ver, tengo... Me apareció algún lugar nuevo, no me acuerdo. Despacho de Newton... Acá, Pseudopolis Yard.
I headed over to Pseudopolis Yard, but Nobby wasn't there yet.
De
I
acuerdo.
decided to come back later.
Entonces, ¿a dónde vamos ahora? El muelle, vamos al muelle, pasa algo. No, creo que no pasaba nada acá. Al muelle Pseudopolis Yard, vamos. Ahí está Nobby.
Hello again, Nobby.
Hello, Newton.
Did I disturb you?
No. What made you think that?
Well, there appears to be smoke coming from your ear.
Oh, that, well, I've been working hard, you see.
Working so hard that your ears have caught fire. Don't worry about it, Nobby. It's not like I'm going to report you.
I have been working, see?
Oh, sure. I never doubted it for a second.
Bueno, ahora, a ver si me responde, ¿eh? A ver,
Do you know anything about a
bien.
man named Mundy?
Never heard of him.
Have you?
espera.
Not as such, no.
You go to great lengths to conceal how little work you do, don't you?
Hey,
Bueno, apreté de más porque no sé, y se cortó la parte en que le preguntaba sobre el Milka. Bueno, vamos. A ver. El Casamundi. El Casamundi. Contactos sospechosos. Carlota.
What do you know
I
about
mean,
a
I
woman
see.
named Carlotta?
never heard of him.
Do you know a dwarf by the name of Al-Kali?
Never heard of him.
How did you know he was male, then?
You can't trick me. Everyone knows dwarves don't use the female pronoun.
Okay.
Mind you, I've always wondered what a female pronoun was.
One of nature's wonderful mysteries, Nobby.
Is it normally kept covered or what?
I'm going to leave it to your rather uninventive imagination, Nobby.
Ahora.
I don't suppose you've investigated the passengers on the Milka, have you?
Of course I have.
Sorry, but you're not the most, diligent of investigators.
I work as hard as any man of my rank.
You're the only man of your rank. There's 3 dwarfs, 2 troll, a woman and a zombie with the same rank as you, but you're the only human male. I know you're human because you carry a bit of paper to prove it, signed by the midwife. The maleness, I'll take that on trust.
Do you want me to help you or not?
What have you got?
Well, I interviewed one of the passengers.
What did you learn?
That's official watch business.
You didn't learn anything, did you?
Not as such, no.
Any chance I could interview this passenger?
I don't see why not. She's down in the Cafe Ankh now.
Well, that's something, I guess.
Bien. A ver. Algo más para sacar. Mundi Milka se lo hice. El que se Mundi, bueno, habrá que irnos de acá. Bueno.
Catch you later, Nobby. The troll stepped out of the shadows like light was too intimidating to illuminate him. He seemed like the quiet sort, but you got the feeling that if you stepped out of line, you'd get your teeth kicked down your throat. For that matter, he could kick your throat down your chest and your chest through your legs. But I was hoping it wouldn't come to that, because none of my clothes would fit.
Find them.
Sorry, friend, I don't understand.
Find them.
You want me to find Therma? Is that it?
What?
Well, what is it? A person? A thing? Look, if we're going to carry out a conversation, it'd help for you to talk.
Find them.
Okay, find Therma. What's your name, friend? There was something about a troll that big that made you want to call him friend.
Malachite. Find them. You've got to find her.
I wasn't about to argue with a troll that could twist my head off and use it as a cocktail onion. Okay, friend, what can you tell me about her? Any suggestions of where I should start looking?
Used to sing at the Octarine Ballad. Find them. Got to find them.
How can I contact you?
Find them.
That was all he said. I guess he wasn't very bright. But then there's things under damp logs that are brighter than most trolls.
Bueno. Listo. Pero antes vamos a ir al Café Ankh. Porque ahí había una mujer, creo que es la que... Un momento. ¿Dónde está la fecha?
You can't recall if the whiskey knocked you flat, or if everything was a blur when you met her. All that you remember are the tunes of a vampire, a melancholy tune. I thought I told you never to fool Ilsa. I thought I would never see her
Ah,
again.
bien.
I prayed that I'd never see her again. But either the gods didn't listen, or they were having a laugh at my expense. Knowing the gods of the Discworld, I had a pretty good idea which. Play it again, Sam. You know what? No one's ever going to believe you said that. Hello, Ilsa. How long's it been?
Too long.
That's funny. I was thinking that it wasn't long enough.
Aren't you pleased to see me?
Sure, like a jellyfish praying for the tide to come in.
What's that supposed to mean?
If I always knew what I meant, I'd be a genius.
Back then, you always knew what to say.
I still know what to say. I just choose not to.
You're getting a big kick out of making me feel cheap, aren't you? Well, maybe I had it coming.
Hey, don't take my side. You'll take all the fun out of it.
A ver, hablamos con ella.
I spent years rehearsing what I'd say if I saw you again. What I'd ask you. I tried to imagine what you'd say.
But now I'm here. You can't think of anything to say?
Now you're here, and I just want to slap you. Just once. Across the cheek.
What will that prove?
That I still haven't forgiven you.
You're not making this easy, Luton.
Did you think I would? Did you think I'd just come bouncing up to you like a trained puppy? Maybe I'd wag my tail and wait for you to throw me a stick. Well, I'm never going to be another woman's dog for as long as I live.
That's cruel.
Not as cruel as the day you left me.
Bien.
What made you ask for that song?
I was feeling sentimental.
It's good to know that you still remember me.
How could I forget?
I don't know. But you managed to leave. I figured you'd probably manage to forget as well.
Never.
I tried to forget you. I tried to forget the day you left. I tried to forget the good times. I tried to drown your memory in cheap whiskey.
And did you forget?
I don't remember.
I still remember you. That's what the song means to me. It's everything that's good about our time together.
You got lucky, Ilsa. You got all the good memories, and I got all the bad.
It didn't have to be like that.
It's always like that. I suppose you have some explanation for what you did. Some pat excuse that'll make everything all right.
There's no excuse for what I did.
At least we agree on one thing.
Why do you hate me so much?
Because I had everything when I had you. And when you left, you took everything with you. It's easy to hate someone who took it all away from you.
It hurts to hear you talk like this.
Good.
Bueno, ahora a preguntarle cositas.
Do you know a troll by the name of Malachite?
I've not met them. Sorry.
Bueno,
Do you know anyone named Therma?
I've not met them. Sorry.
bueno, ahora
Tell me one thing, Ilsa. Are you involved in these murders?
What?
The murders. They started when you arrived in town.
I can't believe that you would think such a thing. That's terrible. I mean, I know I've done some bad things, but I've never killed anyone in all my life.
Just checking.
bueno, a ver. Carlota.
What do you know about a woman named Carlotta?
I've not met them. Sorry.
Bueno. Alcali.
What do you know about a dwarf named Alkali?
I've not met them. Sorry.
Ok. Los pasajeros
So,
misteriosos.
you came in on the Milka, did you?
Yes.
Alone?
No. I came with a companion.
It figures.
What?
Women like you are never alone.
I've been alone.
You know nothing about loneliness. You know nothing about what it's like to not know why you've been abandoned. You don't know what it's like to watch your career slip away because the one thing you care about has been taken from you. You don't know what it's like to spend years going into restaurants and asking for a table for one.
You don't eat in restaurants.
Okay, but if I did, that's what I ask for.
Why did you ask about the Milka?
You were traveling with a man, right?
Yes. His name's Two Conkers. How did you know?
It's my job to know.
You're being paid to find out where people board ships?
No, I'm a private investigator.
Muy bien. Dos castaños, calculo que no te a ver. Y si dos castaños.
Ilsa had told me she was traveling with a
Bien,
man
bien.
named Two Conkers. For now, that was all I needed to know.
Bueno, de acuerdo, a ver. Mundi.
Have you met a man named Mundy?
Yes. There was a man named Mundy on the ship we came in on. He kept himself to himself mostly.
What can you tell me about him?
He seemed nervous.
Anything else?
I remember him going down to the cargo hold at one point. He looked really shifty, as if he was hiding something.
Is that it?
That's all I can think of.
Bien, a ver, Milka, pero ya.
Ilsa had told me she was traveling
Bien,
with a man named... For now, that was all I needed to
De
know.
acuerdo. ¿Algo más? El caso Terma. Bueno, creo que por el momento no la necesitamos más. A ver.
Don't go far. I might want to shout at you again.
I'm sorry, Luton.
Not sorry enough.
Bueno,
Hello again.
Hello yourself.
bueno, a ver. Hablemos que no hablamos con él.
So, you're the captain of the Milka.
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately,
ordinarily I'd be happy being a captain of a fine ship like the Milka, but after this last voyage I'm thinking of taking a farthing.
tough journey.
I don't want to talk about it.
De acuerdo.
What was so bad about the last voyage?
I told you I don't want to talk about it.
Sometimes it helps to talk about these things.
Why would I want to talk about it?
All right, let's put that another way. I want to talk about it, and the sooner I finish talking to you, the sooner you can get back to drinking.
By that logic, my best bet would be to just ignore you and carry on drinking.
I was never much good at logic. I did home economics at school.
Bueno, a ver, embarcar en el Milka.
I was hoping you'd let me have a look around on the Milka.
I was hoping that I was going to make enough money to be able to buy myself a harem of exotic dancers called Hotel. But it looks like we're both going to be disappointed.
Bueno, a ver. No, para. Contactos de sospechosos. A ver. Hice dos castaños.
Do the names Ilsa and Two Conkers mean anything to you?
How many names is that?
Two.
Apparently not.
They were on your ship.
Ah, I see. Ask me that question again.
Do the names Ilsa and Two Conkers mean anything to you?
Yes, they were on my ship.
You're not gonna tell me anything useful, are you?
It's not looking likely, is it?
A ver, terma.
Do you know anyone named Therma?
There's no one I know.
Me lo quito.
Do you know a troll by the name of Malachite?
There's no one I know.
Bueno, a ver, ¿tenemos algo más para preguntar? Milka. Bueno, no, creo que no. Me parece que no, así que...
I'll see you around, Captain.
Bueno, gente, a ver. ¿A dónde tenemos que...? El papagayo octarino. Qué nombre raro, pero vamos.
I'd heard of the octarine parrot. It made other dives sound appealing. What a place. I could feel the rats in the walls. Hell, I could see the rats in the walls. In fact, some of them had come out of the walls and were sitting at the tables.
A ver. Manquín, ¿qué dice Manquín?
Can I help you? You could sell me a drink. What's your poison? I'd prefer whiskey, straight with a whiskey chaser. You didn't come here to drink, did you? Well, I didn't come here for the sparkling conversation. Most of the customers go squeak, squeak.
A ver.
This seems like a nice place. No, it doesn't. It seems like what it is. A wretched hive of scum and villainy. It's tough to get to the top in that field. You could have that on a sign outside. Come to the octarine parrot, the most wretched hive of scum and villainy this side of the ark. Are you being funny? Apparently not. You look a little nervous. I can't shake the feeling that sooner or later someone is going to get their arm cut off.
Ajá.
Have you always owned the parrot? No. It used to be a troll bar. I took over the place after the riots. Did you keep any of the staff? Sure. I kept anyone who wanted to stay and wasn't too badly injured by the riots. But there's something about a group of rioting trolls that makes people reluctant to walk back into a place. Or indeed unable. Did you keep any singers on the staff? Only Sapphire. Tell me about Sapphire. Why don't you just talk to her yourself? Just don't bother her while she's working, alright?
Ok. Manquín.
It's not often I see a half-elf bartender. Be
Es un
honest.
medio elfo.
It's not often you see a half-elf. Okay, you got me. What's the deal? I don't like to talk about it. I thought elves were supposed to be irrepressibly likable, so that they can get away with whatever acts of cruelty they want. Like cats. Well, I'm not an elf, alright? That's the problem, isn't it? Everyone can see that you've got elf blood in you, but you've got none of the advantages. All you get is people's prejudice. I don't like your manner. I'm not selling it.
A ver. Bueno, gente.
Until later, Mankin.
Bueno, gente. Bueno, le dijimos hasta luego a Mankin, pero para ir diciendo adiós del juego. Vamos a seguir interrogándolo con la nota en el próximo vídeo, que ya bastante hemos avanzado. Bueno, fortunatos y afortunadas, nos estamos viendo el próximo vídeo. Adiós.